Skinwalker Alley, the dark trail of Butch Cassidy. Butch Cassidy had always been good at vanishing. A lifetime of outlaw's work taught him that a sharp eye and quick wit were as vital as a fast horse. But this time it wasn't just the law closing in. In the dead of a moonless Utah night, Cassidy rode through Skinwalker Alley, a rugged canyon surrounded by ancient whispers and shadowed legends. The locals in the nearby settlement had warned him. "Don't go into the alley after dark," an old woman had hissed. "It ain't just men who haunt it." But Butch laughed off the tales as he had done with countless others. Ghost stories, curses, superstition never stopped a bullet, and it sure wouldn't stop him. But as his horse, Ranger, trotted into the narrow pass, Cassidy felt a chill that had nothing to do with the autumn air. The silence was unnatural, thick and oppressive. Even the nocturnal creatures seemed to have abandoned the place. The only sound was the rhythmic clop of Ranger's hooves on the rocky ground. Then a rustle in the bushes. Butch froze. He reached for his revolver. "Who's there?" he barked, his voice echoing off the jagged walls of the canyon. No answer, just the faintest growl, low and guttural, followed by the sound of something big moving through the underbrush. Ranger reared, his eyes wide with terror, but Butch held firm, patting the horse's neck. "It's just a coyote," he muttered to himself, though the lie tasted bitter. As he pressed onward, the growling grew louder, more insistent. Shadows flickered at the edges of his vision, too fast to be human, too large to be any animal he could name. And then he saw it. A figure emerged from the darkness, tall and hunched, its limbs too long, and its face obscured by a tangle of matted fur. Its eyes glowed faintly, a sickly yellow as it stared at him with an intelligence that chilled him to the core. "Get back!" Butch shouted, firing his gun. The shot rang out, deafening in the narrow canyon, but the creature didn't flinch. Instead, it let out a bone-rattling screech, a sound that seemed to pierce through Butch's very soul. Ranger bolted, and this time Butch didn't fight him. They fled, the creature's unearthly cries echoing behind them. For days, Butch pushed Ranger hard, putting as much distance as possible between himself and Skinwalker Alley. But the thing had marked him. No matter where he went, he felt its presence. A shadow that moved when it shouldn't, a whisper in the dead of night. When the Pinkertons finally cornered him in Bolivia years later, Butch almost welcomed it. Death by a human hand was preferable to the alternative. But when the gunfire ceased and the Bolivian soldiers found no trace of him or the Sundance Kid, whispers spread. Some said he'd escaped once again. Others claimed something darker had come for him in the chaos. Deep in the canyons of Utah, they say the creature still waits, its glowing eyes scanning the night for its prey. And some claim to hear the faint echoes of a cowboy's laughter, carried on the wind, mingled with the mournful cries of the Skinwalker. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more fun twisted tales.